From the Girl Scouts of Utah, Happy New Year! This is Laylee Fotu, Volunteer Servants Coordinator for CUSC, or the American Fork Office. I'm going to take you through the video today. The following is our agenda. Take note and skip ahead, rewind, whatever you feel like. Note that there are some important attachments in the email from Jean Smith, our Director of Volunteers, so take a minute to look over those for additional information. And at the end of this presentation, please email us. Leave comments on YouTube on how we can improve this method, or if you like it, or any questions you may have from this presentation. Janet Frazier, our new CEO, starts us out with this message. Happy New Year! It's a pleasure to be part of the Girl Scouts of Utah in this role. In the months ahead, I look forward to getting to know you and working with you to build the leadership of girls and women in Utah. Thank you for all your extra work you do as a community team leaders to assist our troop leaders as they provide Girl Scout opportunities for girls. See you at the Council community meetings in February. Something that she wanted us to note was that we are having our International Women's Day, and you can find out more information on our website. Now, some council updates. One of the major things that has happened over the break was our temporary council phone numbers. Some of you have been probably trying to get a hold of us and had some struggle. So we're going to show you how to find our new temporary phone numbers, and we appreciate your patience in this and helping us out, and please help relay this information to others who may not know that we have had these temporary council numbers changed. So let's take a look at it, where to find them on the website. So here we are on our main website, and all we do here is go contact and contact us, but into staff directory, and there in your staff directory you'll see our new numbers. There are these 385 numbers here, and so if you want to use those to contact people, that would be awesome. Also, our contact us has the new numbers for the main office. Here is our 385-800-8472 for that Salt Lake office, and these are our new numbers for council, temporarily, we hope. It's that time of year again, cookies! Here are some of the cookie updates from our cookie department. Now, all of these deadlines and tips are found online, and I'll show you a little later how to find them. Sometime in January, February, we're going to have a finance webinar, and we ask that our community cookie reps and our troop cookie managers attend those meetings, and this information will be announced a little bit later from our finance department. Now, from the time of January 5th to about February 16th, we really need your help from our troop cookie managers, the community cookie reps, and the membership records to help make sure that those records are correct, that we have all of the information listed correctly so that we can make sure that the girls get their cookie credits, and that we can also know who's selling cookies. Now we're going to take a look at some of those deadlines, and the best way to show that is to show you where you can find it online so that you can get into detail what is going to be happening in January and what those deadlines are. So let's take a look over there. Here we're on the main page of the Girl Scouts of Utah. I'm going to go quickly over here to cookies. And under here we have volunteers. Under volunteers we have dates and updates, and here's where you're going to find some of these important dates. So the 2050 cookie program dates, so just where I found it here, cookies, volunteers, dates and updates, clicked that and it brought them to us to this page, and click on this right there of some of the dates that will be happening in January. So it's really neat, and to look over this and make sure your parents look over this as well, and as well as the troop leaders. Now, there's some great cookie tips that our cookie department sent as an attachment in this email that you have with this YouTube video. And some things they want us to remember is that Girl Scout cookie program is a wonderful learning experience. Make sure that the girls set goals and they track their progress. This is a really awesome learning opportunity for them, and we want to make sure that we stay focused on that experience. When you help the girls set and reach their goals for the Girl Scout cookie program, they learn important skills for life. And again, see that attachment to this email. Now for the volunteer resource updates. Katie Naylor will explain a little bit more of what's happening there.
Hello everyone, this is Katie Naylor, the Training and Development Coordinator here at Girl Scouts of Utah. So as we begin a new calendar year, I'd like to make you aware of some valuable volunteer resources that we have available to all Girl Scouts of Utah volunteers. So please make sure that all of your troop leaders in your community are familiar with these resources and also how to access them. There are 3 main documents that are crucial for each volunteer to know about. All 3 are available electronically and are located on our website, www.gsutah.org, under the Volunteer tab and the Training column, as you see on the screen. These 3 documents are Volunteer Essentials, Safety Activity Checkpoints, and Quick Tips, and all 3 are towards the top of that Training column. Volunteer Essentials has been updated for this membership year, and the entire document is now accessible through our website. Volunteer Essentials is the ultimate volunteer handbook and contains information about everything from Girl Scout programs to our council-specific policies. So it is imperative that all volunteers use this handbook as they work with girls. Just so that you're aware, some of the updates for this membership year include information about daisies and travel and camping, first aider training requirements, and new deadlines for the annual financial reports for troops and communities. So please take some time to look through the table of contents and familiarize yourselves and your communities with the information that's found in this document. If you have any questions about Volunteer Essentials, please contact myself or you can email training@gsutah.org. Safety Activity Checkpoints contains a checklist of preparation items for each activity that Girl Scouts might participate in, everything from archery to hay rides, ice skating, and even parades. The purpose of this document is to keep girls and volunteers safe, and troop leaders must consult safety activity checkpoints every time they do an activity with girls, especially if they're going to be away from their meeting place. The document is alphabetized according to the activity, and there is a list of non-approved and approved activities for girls in our council. If the activity is not listed in safety activity checkpoints, the volunteer should contact programs at gsutah.org to make sure that they have permission to do this activity. Quick Tips is a new online resource guide in our council, and it combines useful information from both safety activity checkpoints and volunteer essentials into one easy-to-use guide. It in no way replaces either of those documents, but rather it brings all of that information together in a condensed form. It also has great information about our council, finances, traveling with girls, social media, the cookie program, and money earning activities. So a lot of those topics that are of interest to our troop leaders. So take a moment to browse through this resource guide and make sure that new troop leaders are especially aware that it exists. Beginning this month, the Council is going to be presenting mini trainings called Short and Snappies in each of our Council and community meetings that we hold together, which is approximately 8 times a year. This is information that we would like you to learn yourself during the meeting and then present to all of your volunteers at your community leadership team meetings. The purpose of these Short and Snappies is to make sure that everyone is up to date on important information relating to a variety of topics in Girl Scouting. These trainings are meant to be short, so no more than 15 minutes in your meetings, and they'll be informative and will provide activities and review questions that you can use. There really is no set method for delivering these trainings, so we leave it up to you to decide how you'd like to do it. You can even decide who you'd like to facilitate these Short and Snappies. The Troop Leader Mentor is a really good option, but really it can be anyone on the team or even one of the troop leaders that attends the meeting. That's a great way to get them to attend by giving them an assignment. The information will be emailed out at the time of the council and community meeting, and it will look like it does on the screen. This month, the information provided is on the 3 volunteer resources that I just talked about. So look for this short PDF to come in your email along with the other information from this meeting. If you have any questions about the format, the material, or possible ways of delivering these mini trainings, please feel free to contact me, Katie Naylor, at knaylor@gsutah.org or training@gsutah.org. Thank you so much for your help with this. I think it will be a great addition to our training program. There's just a couple of other things I'd like to make you aware of. We will be continuing our Lunch and Learn lunchtime webinars in 2015, and we will post a schedule of those topics and dates shortly. Those will begin in February. Thank you for participating in these webinars. It was great to connect with you and to learn a little bit more about these Girl Scout topics. And finally, as we prepare for Camporee this June, we will be offering a number of Troop Camping 101 trainings throughout the spring, and we will also be holding an outdoor education conference on Friday, May 1st, so Friday evening, and Saturday, May 2nd, during the day at Trefoil Ranch to also help troop leaders fulfill the Troop Camping 101 training requirement, as well as provide an opportunity for all volunteers to learn those outdoor skills more in depth. So more details about this conference will be coming in the next couple of months, but please note those dates now.
We're moving on to our volunteer support updates. Now here are some of the updates and specifically around finance, and we want to make sure that you're ready to go into this cookie season. So we'd want to ask that you encourage all your troop leaders to make sure that the bank account information is correct. This is really, really important that they have the proper signers before the sales works, and especially that GSU Finance Department has the correct account information, which is the account number and which bank you are banking with. This information is vital as we go into the cookie sales. So that's just just a quick reminder that you probably all know, but please again remind your troop leaders about this information. The next item of business we need your assistance with are our delegates. As you know, there are 2 delegates per community, and we need your assistance in updating that information to make sure we have the correct delegates. Now, we also have the info that will be sent to the delegate recognition reps. If there are no delegate and recognition reps, that information will be sent to the volunteer community reps, just as a heads up. If you have any questions, please contact Renee, and there's her information on the right-hand corner. We'll remind you at the end of this meeting, but here is the information for February's council meeting, which is an in-person meeting. So take a look there at the different dates for the different locations, the north, south, and the Salt Lake area. And then again, watch for additional information from your volunteer service coordinator. Now on to programming updates. Now programming has sent an attachment with this email as well that is really very thorough, and so go into that and take a look at some of the highlights of January and take note of what your troops can get involved with and what your girls can get involved with. So check out that attachment for the January highlights in this attachment, and then check out the GSU Go for all the events and trainings that will be happening. So that's on our online. Here we're on the web, and we're going to find GSU Go, which is quite simple. You can just click right through here actually, because it's one of the prominent things. So it's one of our highlighted events, and so we click there and US Go event guide. So here's our GSU Go. We can go through here and find out all the information about the different activities that are happening and events that you have access to. So this is a neat resource to have. Here's a major thing that we're really excited about. We're having an event and outdoor representative job accountabilities meeting on February 7th, 2015, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and this is located at the Salt Lake Girl Scout office. This is what programming says about this event. We will spend the day learning about processes and procedures necessary to deliver quality programming to girls of all ages, learn about benefits and support systems available to you to hold council-sponsored programs, in addition to many other pieces. We will also go over the requirements for day camps and how to ensure they are council-sponsored. This will be a day full of learning and relationship building that you won't want to miss. So for those who are wondering about the day camp training and also the event rep training, we are combining the two in that training there. And it's really a neat opportunity for those of you who are community leadership team leaders who are wearing several different hats, and we know that many of you are, to take this training so that you kind of an all-inclusive type training on programming and how to host events.
Hello, I'm Jenny Barrow with the membership team. We're working on finding fun ways to help girls and communities share the Girl Scout experience with their non-Girl Scout friends and neighbors. We've put together 2 events in a bag that troops or communities can choose to run. They are a Daisy Tea and a Daisy Garden. The events are basically planned. You just need to provide basic supplies and volunteers to run the event. The purpose of this recruitment event is to first support existing Girl Scouts, second develop additional leaders for the community. The leaders who participate in the planning meetings for the event will receive basic event director training, and of course third to recruit new girls and leaders for Girl Scouts. We're piloting our first event in Utah County on February 14th in Provo. We're going to do a Daisy Tea. The Utah County event will be open to all Girl Scouts in Utah County. Girls are encouraged to invite a friend to the event so she can experience Girl Scouts too. If you have any questions or would like to learn more about doing events in your area, please contact your membership specialist for your area. And if you're in Utah County, you will start to see information about the February 14th event in the next few weeks. Thanks!
Now we're moving on to camp updates, and this will be given by Amber Frog Peterson.
Hello, my name is Amber, or Frog, and I help with the outdoor program team. And we are happy to talk to you guys today a little bit about outdoor program and summer camp, because even though it's January, summer's right around the corner, and we're really excited with all the programming and opportunities that we have for communities and troops and our individual girls. So we just wanted to go through a few things. But first I want to introduce our outdoor program team. So there's myself, and I help oversee all the camp properties and help support our summer camp directors. And I'm the main point of contact for troop camping during summer camp and day camps. And then we have Lauren Chocolate, as some of you know her. She's been up at Cloud Room the last 2 years with me as my assistant director, and she is taking over in a full-time role for us. And she's overseeing mini camps, never the same weekends, camp rentals for troops, and she also directs Cloud Room during the summer. And then we have Jenna, or Opal, who many of you probably know from the program department. She's going to swing over and help us at Trefoil Ranch during the summer as their summer camp director. So kind of an overview of what we have for you today. We're going to talk a little bit about camporee, and then troop camping during summer camp, summer camp itself, camp rentals for troops, never the same weekends, and day camp training. So first, let's look at our website. It was just updated in December with our new information. So if you look at the right where there's a blue starburst, that's the website address. So it's just the gsutah.org/summer-camp. And on this page, you will see little video clips of each camp. The summer camp programs are on there. Our contact information's there. It talks about other camp programs. And then so if you scroll farther down the page, it will talk about general camp information along with registration information and paperwork as well. So that's kind of our main summer camp page. We also have our camp page found under the volunteer section. And so if you go under the volunteer tab to camp, this page will pop up. And so it has information about never the same weekends, and then day camp will be inserted under that as well. And that website again is over on your right with gsutah.org/camp, or like I said, it's under the volunteer section. So the first big thing that we have coming up is Camporee. We're very excited about Camporee. It happens every 3 years, and it's at June 18th through the 20th this year. It's always done at Trefoil Ranch. There's over 1,000 people that show up for this event, and it's just absolutely amazing. Lots and lots of girls and adults there, lots of fun, lots of programming. It's amazing if you haven't been there before. It's $50 a person, and that's 3 days, 2 nights. And it's ran by a volunteer committee of about 40 people who've been together for several years now, who work on the Camporee with us. And Lisa Hardin Reynolds is kind of the main contact for the volunteer committee, and then I'm helping out with that as well. And so how Camporee works is you need to register as a troop online, and that's January 22nd. Please note registration fills quickly within a day or two, so you need to register as soon as it's open, kind of that 22nd, 23rd. If you work with Juliet, they need to contact Mindy to find out how they can participate in Camporee. And if you look kind of down on the bottom right, it has the website address again, and then under the other camp programs is where you'll find Camporee. I highlighted it in yellow there on that page, but it's on that main summer camp page, kind of over on the right-hand side under other camp programs. So Camporee, super exciting, tons of people, great time. If troops are interested, they definitely don't want to miss out, and they want to register as soon as possible for that. And look at that Camporee document on the website that has full of information. There's like 3 or 4 pages of information about Camporee. Next up, we have troop camping during summer camp. We are holding 6 different sessions of troop camping in July and August. Troop camping is held at both camp properties. It's $90 a person, which is 3 days and 2 nights. And it's a combination of staff-led and troop leader-led programming for the girls, where the camp staff kind of help out with those program areas like archery and ropes course and horses, all the water activities, the rock climbing, if you want to go backpacking, go on big hikes, some of the art room stuff. And then troop leaders also help out with programming, doing different pieces of badge work maybe, or arts and crafts activities, or going on their own hike, or doing their own nature games. So it's kind of a combination. Once again, you're going to register as a troop online on January 22nd, and registration tends to fill very quickly as well for troop camping within a day or two. And we are offering 2 less sessions this year because of Camporee, and just trying to balance everything in our world and yours. And on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see where that link is as well on that main summer camp page under other camp programs. It's the troop camping during summer camp. You click that, you'll get a packet of information with any questions that you might have are probably in that packet. And then if not, please contact me. I am your main contact for troop camping, and my name again was Frog or Amber. That way I can help you out as Opal and Chocolate are busy at camp, because it's in full swing by the time you guys get there in July and August. So that way I can be your communication person throughout May and July, helping you guys out with your programming and things like that. Then we have summer camp. We have 6 weeks of camp sessions at both camps, which is really awesome. A lot of Girl Scout councils are struggling with this part of camp, and so we're really thankful that we have the opportunity to still hold 6 weeks at each camp. We have 3-day, 4-day, 6-day, and 10+ day options for our girls, and it's entering 1st through 12th grade in the fall of 2014. So any girl entering 1st through 12th grade can come to camp. There's lots of options for them based on where they feel they will be successful or with what their schedule permits. We have camp sessions at Trefoil Ranch and Camp Cloud Rim. The base fee for camp for 1 week is $275, and then the camps less than a week are a little bit cheaper. Camps with more specialized programming like horses might be a little bit more, just to help supplement with some of those extra program fees. And summer camp is where paid camp staff lead these programs. Adults don't participate. It's a girl-only event and program. And so we have over 75 camp staff that we hire and train right away in June, and we get them up and going so they're ready for all the girls that come to camp. Typically, there's anywhere between 80 to 120 girls at camp at one time for the week, participating in community building, along with all the camp programs, and just learning how to be more independent girls while building those friendships with each other as well. And then girls register as an individual girl online, and they can do that starting January 22nd. Then registration is open until a program meets the max number of campers. A big question that we get with summer camp is if you have girls kind of in different age groups, because we have entering 1st through 3rd grade together, entering 4th and 5th, entering 6th through 8th, entering 9th through 12th, and sometimes troops get broken up that way a little bit. The reason we do it is we roll the girls up or bridge them up so that they can participate in more activities, especially with the high adventure programs where they're restricted by age or by grade level a little bit. So we roll them up so they can participate in more at an earlier time. If you have a troop that really wants to be together that are in different age groups, please contact me so I can work with you to figure out the best way to handle that situation with your girls and their ages. And then also, if you look at the middle of the right-hand side, that's our website, again, that main camp page. And then we have programs listed out by grade level and also by week this year. So depending on what is most helpful for families, if they have multiple girls attending at different grade levels, or if they want to send all their kids 1 week to camp, or maybe one girl can only come 1 week, so she can just click that week and see their programs. Another big piece of summer camp this year is that we're doing online health forms just for summer camp, so just these 6 weeks of camp sessions that are girl only. We're going to try it out and see how it goes, and hopefully it runs really smooth and is great and we can open it up to more programs in the future. But for right now, it's just for summer camp. Other Girl Scout councils around the country have been using it, the YMCAs have been using it, and so we're really excited to have them on board. So please, please, please help your troops and your girls pay attention to the new online system for health forms, and let us know if you have questions so that we can help everyone out. Next up, we have camp rentals for troops. So these are something that have kind of always been out there, but not really well known. The packet of information was kind of hidden in places. Some of you knew about it, some of you didn't. I would say most of you don't know. But we have camp rentals available for troops. The dates available throughout the year, like there's lots of dates available. Trefoil Ranch and Camp Cloud Room both have dates, so you can come with a troop and rent out different places around camp. The prices vary based on usage needed. So if you're just coming up for the day and you just want to hike around camp, or you want to come up to camp and do an outdoor activity with your girls, or if you want to spend the night, like those are all options. We have the tents, we have cabins, the bunkhouse, the ranch house, and or lodge available for you as well. And then troops are self-sufficient during a camp rental. Camp offers resource cabinets, which will have like your outdoor cooking stuff, along with some basic program materials like rubber chickens and bandanas and cones and rope and things like that in there. And then we also will give you curriculum for your age group, kind of what do you do with 24 hours at camp, just to kind of help troop leaders out with some ideas or suggestions from our end of what they could do with their girls. With troop rentals, no program areas can be used, so the ropes course, the waterfront, the horses, archery, things like that will not be up and running during troop rentals. And so troops do need to be self-sufficient with programming. And then if you look at the right-hand side of the screen, that's that main summer camp webpage again, under other camp programs. There's the camp rental for troops packet, so you click that, that will give you more information. And then there's the troop rental availability as well. So you can click and see all the dates that are available with all the different units. The cabins are really awesome. We have 6 brand new cabins that are sitting there that can be used for a good chunk of time throughout the year. And then our tents, of course, are available starting early June through the end of August. here and there with dates based on summer camp programming and camporee and things like that, but there are some dates available for that too. So please encourage your troops to come to camp and rent it out. It's really price effective or cost effective for the troops. And if they have questions, please let us know. We want to try to help get as many girls to camp through whatever means we need to, and also helping troop leaders out and supporting them with a troop rental. It's definitely an area we would like to see grow over the next couple of years and kind of where our focus is. Then we also have Never the Same weekends. These are held several weekends throughout September through May, so kind of that non-summer camp time period. They're held at Trefoil Ranch. It's a flat $200 rate for 24 hours. And this is a community rental, basically. And the communities can do your own programming and meals, or you can have us help you out with programming and or meals for an additional fee. Communities can use the lodge, the ranch house, and or the bunkhouse. That $200 covers all 3 buildings for whatever you need it to use it for. You register as a community leadership team. So there's a form you fill out and register that way. And then we have the 2014-2015. We still have dates available. If anyone out there still is looking for some dates, a lot of them are Saturday, Sunday options. And then in February, we have a couple weekends as well, which is really short notice, but we have some of those too. And then the new packet for 2015-16 will be coming April 1st. And so over on the right-hand side is where that web page is. So that's that camp page. That's under the volunteer tab. And so it's the packet of information is kind of down there highlighted in yellow over that pink box. So that's where you would click on the web page and get the packet of information. Then we have day camps, which are held throughout the summer months across the state. Fees vary based on the community leadership team hosting the event. Communities run their own day camps, but include members outside their community as well. And a volunteer with day camp training within the last 3 years is required. And so if you look above in the big trefoil, we have our outdoor and event rep training, February 7th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., a brown bag lunch just at the Girl Scout office. So Brandy and myself will be doing that training, and so it will cover day camp in that training. And if you look at the right-hand side, that's also that camp page under the volunteer tab. That's where day camp information will be found as well. And that's all we have for you today. I know it was a little long, but thank you so much for listening. And please let us know what we can do to help support you with getting your members to camp this year. And just remember, for many girls, Girl Scouting is their way to connect with the outdoors. More and more families are less and less engaged in the outdoors. And even here in Utah, where it's known that it's an outdoor state and there's lots to do with outdoor, there are still many of our girls that don't get that experience. And just remember, like, you don't have to go big with the outdoors. Like, you can do outdoors in your backyard, at local parks and things like that. You don't have to go up in the mountains and go backpack across, up in the canyons and things like that in order to have your girls outdoors. So please let us know if there's anything we can do to help you, or ideas or suggestions that you might have. And our email is there and our phone number. But thank you again for listening, and we hope to see you at camp.
And this concludes our January 2015 Council Community Meeting. We're so grateful for all of our community leadership team members and for all the work and sacrifice of your time. Thank you so much for everything you do, and we're so excited for a new year. We'd love to have your feedback on this method of announcements. Do you like it? What would you prefer? How can we improve? These are questions that we would love to hear your opinions on. And please, you can email us, the volunteer service coordinators, or you can leave comments on these YouTube videos. So have a great January, and we will talk to you again in person in our council community meetings in person in February. Thank you and goodbye.